We need reinforcements, Inquisitor. There are more coming. Reinforcements have arrived. Aren't you a little short for an Inquisitor? Okay, the TLDR is that the agents in this set are definitely more true scale, particularly around the heads, the hands and weapons, which I think is going to be received quite well, particularly by the guys between the bolter and me, who love their kind of true scale weapons, particularly the pistolier, which we'll look at. However, they do blend in quite well with all of the other kits that I've had to play with. You can skip forward through the video and see some of the conversions I've tried. But yeah, as far as the agents are concerned, great kit. Just want to caveat the video by saying I'm not really going to be doing much rule stuff, and I don't know Kill Team that well anyway, as I said in the previous video. So if you're looking for some rules information, you need to go to a channel called Sprues and Brews, link in the description. Okay, so there's something immediately striking me about these Inquisition sculpts. So these sculpts are for the agents, Mystic Agent or Hexorcist Agent, Interrogator and Enlightener Agent, Questkeeper and Pistolier Agent. And I wouldn't say they've been primarised, but they're definitely a bit better proportion than the usual GW style. This first Inquisitor immediately reminded me of the Delac standing up pose. And look at the height difference between those two. Okay, you'll see when I put in a head for I think that's the Pistolier Agent. So it's probably on the wrong body. I think it's supposed to be on that one. It looks pretty well in proportion. But if I put the Pistolier head on the Delac guy, now it might be that the cowl, or whatever you'd call it, the hood of the thing doesn't quite work, but I don't know, to me it looks quite small. Compare that to the Genestealer cult head, and I'm going to do a few different comparisons with the Genestealer cult head. You know, that fits lovely and smoothly on the Delac cloak and on the Inquisitor cloak. It's got a bit of an old GW vibe about it, the slightly bigger head, which I quite like. On the Pistolier body, again, looks roughly about the right size. Oh, I've left the blue tack in there. Again, roughly about the right size. Something that should be mentioned is these arm bits between these two. They've got their shoulders covered, so you're not going to be able to put in a full arm with full shoulder for these guys. Maybe for this one, it's got quite a bit of the guy. So unlike the Delac one, which you really have to kind of shave to push in there, or green stuff, as I did with this guy. It comes with a auto pistol, and I want to try and show you the size difference between these two auto pistols. So that's the one that comes with the Pistolier, and this is the one that comes with the Genestealer cult kit. Can't really see it so well on this camera, but there's a significant difference between the two. Well, let's see how they look on the model. Okay, so here they are, the two different pistols. Actually, they look alright. I originally thought that that wasn't going to work, but I think you can switch out some
some of the Genestealer cultists do some weapon swaps. Definitely the arm is a bit longer on the Genestealer cult ones rather than the others, but I think you can get away with that. I'm sure what you can't do is put heads of these new acolytes onto the Genestealer cult bodies. I think they're just a bit too small. Well, that's an odd one, because I think that's the bigger Genestealer cult head with some very old Katachan legs there. So that really needs to be more in a classic derp style. Something I thought was interesting was when I looked at these long robes, inquisitorial bits and pieces, I naturally thought of, this is the Flagellant kit, the Empire Flagellant kit from old Warhammer Fantasy. I've got a few of these and they're pretty bashed up, but just to give you a reminder of what these are, they're the sort of guys with robes and chains, and they carry flails, and these ones are not in great condition, but that's what they are. And what I noticed is that the long staffs, shotguns and swords actually work out quite well on these kits. So example, this guy wielding the big huge chainsaw, I think that roughly works in size. Guy holding the Inquisitorial banner, again, I think the size works out well for that. And quite slender, finally, they're quite short, but shotgun arms. There's some definite conversions I can do with them. Blue tack this guy onto his base because he's fallen off the round base I've stuck him on. But the shotgun arms really work as well. So this guy would be a really cool kind of Fraternus militia, using the Flagellant kit and some of the bits and pieces in here, which I'm really quite excited about. I think those might be the first conversions I crack on with. So yeah, I'll get these built up and see how they look next to my other Inquisitor 28 stuff. But at the moment, I've got to say they're quite slender and they're quite short, but there's some definite conversions I can do with them. Okay, so here's what I did with them. The pistolier on the left there, I just couldn't resist building that miniature as it comes, because it's brilliant. I love it. The pistols that she's wielding, they're in that true scale, much smaller than I've ever seen a plasma pistol. I'm gonna have a lot of fun painting that. Really enjoyed it, so I built that model stock. Very happy with that one. Okay, so the next one is the Interrogator, and again, lovely mini. I'm really pleased with the candle burning. It's got that very witch hunter vibe about him. The only thing I wasn't happy with was the pathetic auto pistol he had. It looked like all of the Genestealer Kong auto pistols or the Necromunda auto pistols, so I thought, forget that. My Interrogator is having a bolt pistol. You can see I've used the Genestealer Cult arms there. I looked at the Cadian arm, I wasn't happy, it was way too big. Looked at a couple of Necromunda options, wasn't happy, so I went with the Genestealer Cult. In the middle there and on the right hand side, you can see those are the Flagellant sculpts. On the right hand side, I've used the head that's supposed to be for the Hexorcist agent. He's supposed to have that big fluffy collar. I may green stuff something in there to kind of hide the pretty awful gluing somebody's done when they built that, and I rescued it from eBay. The head for the middle one is exactly this, the one that comes with the Flagellant kit, so it's much bigger than the standard kit. But I like it. I like he's wielding a massive chainsword. And then there's the Penal Legionnaire, and I really did not like the helmet that came with the Penal Legionnaire. The kind of pig snout face, weird hair metal replacement things. Hated it. Maybe I'll use it for another conversion, but I doubt it. That might be going straight into the bits box. So I pulled out one of the Necromunda Cawdor heads that's got these metal bands around his face, and I'm really pleased with how that looks. The head's slightly bigger than the one that comes in with the kit, but as you can see, lining them up all together, there is a difference in size, but I don't think it's going to affect. I just don't think you're going to notice it on the tabletop.